10 fun facts most people don't know about America. A U.S. citizen is a subject of the District of Columbia. A national is a free American loyal to the land, not the corporation. Citizens must obey codes, statutes, and regulations that change every political season. Nationals are only bound to common law and the Constitution, rights that don't expire or bend. Citizens are presumed at war under emergency powers. Nationals live in peace protected by treaties and law. Citizens need permission to travel, work, build, marry, and sometimes even speak. Nationals move by right, not privilege. No license required to live life itself. Citizens are taxed on their labor, a form of involuntary servitude hidden in plain sight. Nationals only owe taxes by lawful contracts, not by silent coercion. Citizens are seen as wards of the state, infants in law. Nationals are seen as competent men and women, full heirs to the republic. Citizenship is voluntary, but the system banks on your ignorance to keep you enrolled. Nationality is your birthright, but you must declare and record it properly to live freely. A citizen's ID is evidence that they are debtors and trustees to the United States Corporation. A national's declaration is evidence they are a living principle, not the fiction. Citizenship bonds you to maritime law, commercial war on land. Nationality is rooted in the law of the soil, God's law, natural law, and sovereign law. Citizens hope for freedom. Nationals embody it. One signs contracts they never read, the other writes contracts themselves. Choose wisely, slave by presumption, sovereign by declaration.
Stop calling it the Trump administration. It is the U.S. government doing all this. Did you know it's about to be 16 years since the federal minimum wage was raised? And guess who was president at the time? Going back 2009, guess. Go ahead, Barack Obama. Who have we had since then? Stop calling it the Trump administration. No, it's the U.S. government. And if you have to call it the Trump administration, let it be known as like the catalyst. It was the Trump administration that was the catalyst that brought the people together who took over the country again for the people. The list is extensive. I'm just going with the federal minimum wage. Because guess who got reelected in 2012? No increase? Wow. It is no longer, oh, you're a Republican, oh, you're a Democrat, blah, 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 blah. No, they're all one and the same. They don't operate with the people's best interests at heart. Because while this federal minimum wage, and you can hit me with the, oh, it's up to the states, we should be
I wanted to work with musicians who wanted to explore the unknown. And so since then, I use a lot of traditional instruments from different countries with Western instruments, with electronics, and so on and so forth. Of course, when you do it within one community, that community tells you what it wants to do. I was studying at Old Merritt College, and my conducting, I'd say, well, what could I do? If I wanted the orchestra to go back to rehearsal number 1, how do I do that? And she said, why would you want to do that? And I said, well, if I wanted the orchestra to do this, she said, well, if the composer would have wanted that, the composer would have written that. I said, well, what if I'm the composer and the conductor? She said, why would you want to do that? But then I would go see Charles Moffat, and he said, oh, man, you do it like that. Are you going like that? You go like that. He said, if you think about it, notation is a great idea. But somebody and some people had great ideas. And that's why there's such a thing as notation. You have to put all ideas together. I show musicians how to interpret symbolism.
What you doing? You better take that trash out. The trash you create in your mind. All them negative thoughts, all them self-doubt. Take that out. Take that out. Come on. You is beautiful. You gonna make it. You is gorgeous. You is strong. Come on. I know you gonna be talking bad about yourself. Come on. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. That doesn't mean that you should be putting yourself down. Raise your spirit up. Go outside. Take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, okay? Don't you talk bad about yourself. Don't you do that. Alright now, Mama Mia gonna be back. I love y'all.
I know boys in Tim boots that'll stomp your face through a floor. Prisons that got bars that are better than yours. You know, I would say that I'm sonning you bastards, but if it was left up to me, you would have been gone by the morning after. If Asada Shakur broke out of prison, why would I respect anybody doing a sentence for no snitching? You got your boys out here dying deaths bloodier than Christ, yet not even worth half the sacrifice. If Malcolm killed for freedom, why would I respect anybody out here killing for bragging rights? You females are MC, but half the light. All you do is talk about your pussy. So your walls and your rhymes are half as tight. You the baddest bitch, all the bark, but half the bite. Never needed Martin to tell me that 1,000,000 men weren't made to march to Maybach music, rewind. Never needed Martin to tell me that 1,000,000 men weren't made to march to Maybach music. There is no secondary to revolutionary, so I put Calvary in my vocabulary. And if I'm my father's child, then my resurrection is hereditary. All y'all talk about is pussy clothes and gunplay. But God so loved the world that he sent me to spit you a Easter Sunday. Your reign, it's over. It's his son's day. Don't make it rain if you can't make it grow. Don't say you love your hood but can't spit a 16 about hope. Don't say you believe in God if you're the same man who gained the whole world for the price of his soul. Don't say that numbers don't lie if they made you believe that you could put a price on your soul. And all you have to show for yourself is a body full of tattoos and nice clothes. Answer me this. Is a fly nigga really a fly nigga if no one's around to see him when the curtains close? Or do niggas who say they get bitches really get bitches if all he fucks is hoes? Congrats. Your dick may be long, but that's the only thing about you deep. The most harmful thing in the world is an MC with a microphone whose mind is weak. Ignorant is the man that thinks he's winning but can't pronounce the credits on his own CDs or the tags on his own clothes. I get it. You should stick to polo. It's only 2 syllables. I always pictured Kanye with one of Carol's daughters, never a Kardashian, but shit. Nowadays, even Carol's daughters don't even look African. If God forgives and you don't, that makes you half the man, yet all the sin. But I guess there's no point of believing in God if you can't see him. And if he's small enough to wear around your neck, I see why you think you can be him. You mistake heaven for being rich, honesty for being a clip. Soon you won't even be able to tell the difference between your daughter and your bitch.
The solution is not to take Africans and move them to Europe. The solution is to free Africa from certain Europeans who exploit it and allow these people to live off what they have. This is called the CFA franc, a colonial currency that France prints for 14 African nations, and by virtue of which it exploits the resources of this nation. This is a child working in a gold mine in Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is one of the poorest nations in the world. For Burkina Faso, which has gold, France prints colonial currency. In return, it demands that 50% of everything Burkina Faso exports ends up in the coffers of the French treasury. The gold that this child crawls into a tunnel to extract mostly ends up in the coffers of the French state.